Money. It affects our everyday life. But how do we make more of it? Manage it. And make sure we make the most of our money. Welcome to Money Mindful, a podcast to teach and support you as you learn to manage your money.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Money Mindful podcast. I am your host, Megan Jean Smith. I'm a money mindset and life coach for women. I help entrepreneurial women create their money and life goals. So good to be here with you today. Before we get into it, I just wanted to let you know a couple of ways that you can engage with me and be in my space that might be really helpful for you. So I am on Instagram and my handle is at Megan J. Smith, my spelling, MEAGHANJ Smith. And why do you want to follow me on Instagram? Well, I often do little impromptu lives when they take my fancy. I get an idea that I want to share with you, and maybe I don't get around to doing a podcast on it, or I just want to share it with you in the moment. So I just jump on there and do that. And I share other little tips and, well, I don't really do tips and tricks. Like, listen, don't go on Instagram expecting me to tell you how to scrimp and save, or, you know, how to get rid of your Afterpay debt or something like that. No, you're not going to hear about that from me on there. But you can definitely connect with me in the moment. I like communicating with my clients on Instagram and also with just my community. People will often DM me, and I really enjoy making connections with you. So, go ahead and connect with me there. Also, I have a really awesome, I can't believe this is free, 3-day video training on how to create your money and life goals. It's really an introduction into the work that I do with my clients. It's available through my website. I'll put a link in the show notes, but you can go to the Money Mindful website, moneymindful.com.au, and it will say, I think it says something like get the free training here. If you click on that, you'll get sent 3 videos over 3 days. And like I said, it's an introduction on how to create your money and life goals. And I think you'll find that that is incredibly helpful to get you started on your own without having a coach. So that's available for you. And when you do that training, you also get put on my email list. So you'll be able to connect with me there via email as well. I send a weekly email out, usually every week on the same day that the podcast comes out. And then sometimes I send out other emails every now and again just about good stuff that I want you to know about. All right, so today's episode is about a thought that I want to give you that I would love for you to try on. I think you may find that it could be a useful one for you to have. And that is, everybody benefits when I make more money. Everybody benefits when I make more money. Try that on. Say that out loud. How does that feel? How does that feel in your body when you think and say, everybody benefits when I make more money? Because I'd love you to connect with this thought, because one big obstacle that often comes up for women when they're pursuing their money and life goals is somehow, somewhere along the lines, they have connected making money with something negative and something bad. So it can manifest in thoughts or ideas like people won't like you if you make more money, that it will create separation between you and your loved ones. Maybe if in your family or your social group, if you're making more money than everybody else, then you can feel guilty, right? I can't tell you how many women I've worked with who earn very decent money and they feel extremely guilty. Like they feel a lot of guilt about being the most wealthy person in their family. And, I'm here to tell you that is not a good way to be around money, because it just makes us feel terrible. And it also, I think, can put a block in the way of making more money. And when we believe that everybody benefits when we make more money, it creates such a beautiful pathway to making more money. And I want you to really just think on this idea, right? Because we often think that somehow it's bad. I mean, here's the funny thing. Initially, often we're all like, yeah, of course I want to make more money, right? But then when we start to make more money or we start to really go for it, I can't tell you, I've been through this with so many of my clients. It brings up so much stuff suddenly. It's like they're triggered, like, oh my gosh, no, people are going to think I'm greedy, or that there's somehow this bad thing. And it makes sense, because so often wealthy people are portrayed as horrible, greedy people. And we talk so negatively sometimes about corporations and people who make money, and rich people are obviously all assholes. And so it's no wonder that we want to separate ourselves from making more money, like something might go wrong, but not wrong, but that it could end up badly for you somehow. And I want you to just really, ponder on this idea, because do you really think that you're going to turn into a horrible, greedy person when you earn more money? Of course not. You're just going to be more of who you are already. It's just going to amplify more of who you are, right? Like if you are a generous person now, you're just going to become even more generous with more money, right? And I see this time and time again in my life, where the more money I make, it's like the more generous I am with giving donations, the more generous I am in spending my money. Like everybody benefits when I make more money. I spend more money when I make more money, right? So my family benefit, they're taken care of what am I trying to say? Like I'm able to take care of them at a different level, when my income increases, but also my community benefits because I'm able to contribute more to my community. The local supermarket benefits, the local shops benefit. What's the word I'm looking for? Not communities, charities that I feel passionate about, like the environment. I've mentioned so many times on here, like I donate now regularly to environmental causes because that's something that I feel deeply passionate about, and supporting those organizations so they can campaign and work against what's the word I'm looking for? Like, campaign against policies that politicians are trying to put through, and be able to have the money to put ads in the paper and promote things that are happening in the world that we don't even know about, in Australia, like places that are getting devastated by what we're doing to the environment. And so I'm able to contribute to those more and more the more money I make. And so I believe everybody benefits when I make more money. And so I don't have a problem with making more money because that's my belief. And I want to offer to you that you might want to take this one on, try it on, say it out loud. How does it feel? Maybe it feels strange in the beginning. Often I find some thoughts for me can feel a little bit, a little bit strange when there's something that I don't yet believe, that I'm working on believing. But the more that I practice these thoughts, the more that I let go of old beliefs, like that maybe people won't benefit if you make more money. then they become more comfortable and suddenly they become something that I believe and that serve me. So I'm going to leave it at that for today. I'm just going to keep this as a short one, short and sweet, but I'd really like you to take on this idea that everybody benefits when you make more money. Okay? Because when you embrace that belief and when you fully actually believe it, it will clear a pathway for you to earn more money because you won't be blocked by transparent beliefs that are sitting there that somehow feel uncomfortable for you to earn more money. Okay. And if they are there, you're not going to be able to take on this new belief because it's going to feel wrong. Like something's not going to align for you. And that's when you know that you've got work to do in terms of uncovering those money blocks, like those limitations that you have. And that's the kind of work that I do with my clients. We uncover just the thoughts that we've got in our system that are kicking around in our brain that we're not even aware of. And it's not until you start doing the work that you realize, no wonder I don't want to earn more money. I mean, no wonder I'm blocking myself from earning more money. It's because I think everything's going to turn to shit. Nobody's going to like me. I'm not going to have any friends. It's going to be terrible for everybody else. Of course, when you uncover that stuff's sitting there, it makes total sense that you don't want to make more money. But if you don't know that those beliefs are sitting there, then you just continue to operate your life from that place. So this is some of the work that is, I find, really important to do as women, and as women who want to kick ass and make more money. You got to do this money mindset work. But one place where you can start to take on the idea that everybody benefits when you make more money. All right, if you would like to work with me, I work with entrepreneurial women. That includes women who are solopreneurs, women who have businesses, and women who work in, maybe corporate, but you're wanting to get something off the ground. You're wanting to do something entrepreneurial in quotation marks. These are the women that I help and support. I help you create your money and life goals. I guarantee that when you walk away from working with me, that you will either have created your goal or you will be on the pathway to creating it. Because sometimes women come to me, they want to create a goal, but it's something that's more long-term, that's going to take 2 years to create or a year to create or whatever. But you will definitely, I guarantee that you will know the pathway, how to create your goal. Your goal will be as good as done. And I give you the tools that you need. You will learn the mental fitness tools required to change the way you think. And this isn't just about, let's say, a few affirmations. It's actually learning how to change the neural pathways in your brain so you can move from feeling like, I'm not worthy of this, or I'm not good enough to doing this, to being in abundance and feeling like that you know what you want and you're worthy of having it, right? And being able to change your money beliefs. And then we also work on how to get it done, right? Like exactly how to get over obstacles that get in the way of reaching your goals. And finally, we work on becoming more you, because when you become the woman who's created the money and life goals that you want, you up level. Like you won't be who you are now. You become a new evolved version of yourself. And don't translate that as there's anything wrong with you now, because there absolutely isn't. You are 100% worthy, perfect, beautiful, just as you are. But when we go for new goals, we just naturally do. There's an up leveling, there's an evolution, right, into the next version of ourselves, into the next level of confidence, into the next level of worthiness, into the next level of joy and happiness. I had a client finish with me just this week, and she sent me an email this morning, and it was the most glorious thing to wake up to, because I don't have it in front of me, but basically she just said, "Thank you for everything that you have done. I am the happiest that I've ever been in my life." Like, seriously, that is the result that you get when you work with me. Because creating your money and life goals is great, but you create the things that you want, but the byproduct of that, the real juice, like what is really amazing about creating those goals is you increase your joy factor. You increase your happiness in the world because you're doing what you want to do. You are living the life you want to live on purpose. And that, my friend, is priceless. So I would love to help you become that woman who creates those money and life goals that you want to do. I will coach you to get there so that you are creating the life that you want on purpose. This is the best gift that you can give yourself, the most incredible investment that you can give yourself. So go ahead and book a consult through my website. If you are interested in working with me, we will meet and check that we're a good fit. I work with women for a minimum of 6 months when you first start working with me because we are serious about creating those goals and we want to allow plenty of time for you to become that person who creates those goals. This is not a quick fix. Hey, we're just going to have one little session and I'll see you on your merry way. This is the real deal. You've got support, absolute love bubble to get these goals as good as done. Okay, until I see you next week, have an amazing week. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Money Mindful podcast. For more info, visit moneymindful.com.au. For future episodes, be sure to subscribe. And remember, the information in this podcast is of a general nature only and does not take into account your personal circumstances or goals. Please seek professional advice for your own financial needs. Remember to have fun along the way.